Hey, it's Mary Ellen. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. Today, I'm going to be filling out my spread for the week of September 29th through October 5th. I'm not going to be doing it all in one day, obviously, but today is the 30th and I haven't written in it yet. So it's time for me to get in gear here. I'm a little bit behind this week, but we're going to just get right into it. I try to do these after the pen videos at least once a month. I might have missed last month, but the reason I do this is to show you how I use my planner, because it's not just a sticker book. I actually do use it. It's just that these videos are a little bit harder to film. I made this spread in a Patreon video, but this one is in honor of National Coffee Day, which was yesterday, Monday. And I used the 𝘮𝘮 sticker book from Happy Planner. I'll link this for you, along with anything else I use in this video. The first thing I need to do, though, is pick out my pen colors. I usually use fun, colorful pens that match the stickers on my page. I just got these pens in the mail yesterday from ArtX. I have another set of these pens as well, but that's the 48 set, and this one is the 90 marker set. And there's all sorts of different colors in here. So I was very excited to get this because these are my favorite pens lately. They are paint pens, which you would think, okay, paint pens are not going to work on a planner, but that is not true because they do not go through the other side. If you color a lot with them, it'll warp your page a little, but other than that, if you're just writing or outlining or doing anything like that, we don't have a problem with warping or going through. And they're very vibrant and opaque. I love them so much. I'm not just saying that, and this is not a sponsored video either. I just am in love with these pens lately, so I'm excited to use them this week. Every once in a while, I do find a product that I use over and over and over again because I love it that much, and that's what these are. So I need to pick out the colors, and I'm going to test it on this piece of paper, this extra planner page, I should say. So obviously we're going to go for some brown, maybe this green, and there's this gold color. Actually, I did just do some swatching last night of these pens, so let me get that book. These are all the colors of the pens in that set that I didn't already have, and then I have some other colors back here of the ones I already did have. This number 675 olive green might work. I'm also thinking maybe this 225, this rust color. It's not exact though. There's also this one, but it's a little too red. This 151 might work. All right, let me just pull out a couple of these and see where we're at here. I'm kind of leaning towards this red color. This is SA82. So let's start matching these. I'm definitely using the green. So we have the red and the green. I don't really have a gold that's going to match that so well. We're going to put this one back. Maybe this C13 though. It's a little bit bright, right? So I don't think I want to do that. Actually, it looks really good with these though, so maybe I'll just throw in a couple of little accents with that color. I think I am going to grab that one again. Okay, so these are the colors that I'm going to be using, and they're these colors right here. I know they're not exact matches, but I think that they're going to be good enough, and it's going to look really cute with the stickers on my page. And you can see that those did not go through to the other side. I think I'll also use a Pigma Micron size 10 and a Muji 0.38 pen for the small writing. It's not a really busy week. Yesterday, obviously, I'm going to write in National Coffee Day, but I also had therapy yesterday that I can put there. Let's just go one at a time. Here, I'm going to write National Coffee Day. It seems kind of silly because that was yesterday, but it'll explain why I made this spread. I'll take one of these colorful pens and write in therapy here. What I could also do is put like a line there and write therapy across, which might be a better idea. Let's do that. I think I'm going to take this one. This is SA28. And just make a line, and I'll come back and write that over it. Okay, today, like I said, I had a mammogram. Fun. Everything's fine. It came out normal, just in case you're wondering. But I can write that here because I purposely put an appointment sticker for there. So I'm going to take this green pen. This is 675. I'll do a line here, and that's where I'll write mammogram when that's dry. And then for the time, we will do it in big letters. Why not? And this one is S43, and that was at 9 o'clock. Okay, so I'll let those dry. They're probably already dry, but just in case. we'll let those dry for a second and we'll move on. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I have the gym. So I'm going to write that in. I will use the 𝘏𝘗 𝘈𝘮 for that. I don't really have any place to put it here, so I'm going to write it under here. That was at 10 yesterday. Tomorrow it is also at 10. And Friday is at 10. And I don't have to write that in, but you know, it kind of keeps me on schedule, right? I think I'll just write it up here in case I have anything else to write on Friday. So those are in. Thursday, I am babysitting for my grandson during the day, in the afternoon. So I will write that here. And I'm going to use this color to write Levi's name. I might outline that, I'm not sure, but let's write babysit. You'll notice that I'm kind of using the same type of printing, the same pen for certain things, and that's so that it looks cohesive across the whole spread when I'm done, because I like a filled out spread that looks pretty, and you certainly don't have to do this. You can just write in regular pen. You don't have to make it interesting. And this is just regular writing. I could make it even more interesting with different fonts and stuff, which is what I used, I used to do that. But over the years, I kind of just started doing like regular lettering, like regular printing most of the time. So this is a 1215. I'm going to write that in the small pen. Anyway, I think it makes the whole spread look a little more balanced if you use the same type of lettering or the same colors, the same boldness of pen throughout most of the spread. So here I wrote National Coffee Day in all caps and italics, so I did all caps and italics there. And I'll probably do all caps and italics for another day, and then I might switch it up on, you know, different days. Like here I'm probably going to write in cursive over this. I am going to write in cursive. And we're gonna put the time there, even though that's already done. And for this one, I'm going to do the same thing as I did there. Just write in cursive over that colored line. And I'll do that same kind of effect over here in different areas. Those are the only things I have scheduled for this week so far, so it is a pretty light week. I like to do these types of videos sometimes when I'm really busy and sometimes when I'm not. And this is one of those weeks that I'm not really that busy. Also, in case you're new here, this is my journal too. This is not just my planner. And this is a big happy planner. So like I have tons of room to write. But one thing I do in the beginning of the week, which I didn't do yet here, is to do like a master to-do list. And I've been using the sidebar for that most of the year. I could also use these lines, but lately I've been doing like gratitude lists or just journaling on these. So it just depends on the week, but this week I am going to do a running to-do list down in the sidebar. So we are going to go for that right now. And I think I want to use some sort of bullet points for that. I didn't put those in before, you know, when I was making the spread, but after I make my spread, I keep the sticker book out. And after I pick out my pens, I keep the pens out on my desk so that it's always there for me when I just want to do something quick in this spread. There's these, those are kind of cute. I'm just looking for bullet points, but I kind of like those because it's all the colors, you know. There's these ones too, those are cute. I have these little coffee cups I could use for bullet points. Whoops. Or coffee beans. There's more of those with the beans. Those are smaller. Maybe those would work better. Okay, I'm going to use these because these are smaller than those other flags. But I don't think I'm going to use the pink because I didn't use any of the pink stickers in the spread on purpose. It's going to be sort of a smaller to-do list, and that's okay with me because I tend to have really long to-do lists and then I just don't get most things done and then I feel bad. you know how that goes probably, especially if you are ADHD like me. We have high hopes in the beginning of the week. We think we're going to get a lot done, and then a lot of the times we just don't. And I'm looking for my tweezers. Where are they? Yeah, so a lot. Here we go. These are EK Success or EK Tools tweezers. They work really well. Yeah, a lot of the time I just think how productive I'm going to be this week, and then I'm not. And you know, if you're like that, you're not alone. I really struggle a lot with procrastination. I struggle a lot with some executive dysfunction. I struggle with some freeze and overwhelm. And it's life, and especially life in 2025. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's overwhelming. Life is overwhelming. And lately I've been feeling it a little bit, you guys. I cannot lie. I've been feeling it a lot. So that's why it's Tuesday and I haven't written in the spread yet. I have another book. I have a journal I use for a master to-do list, like a really long running to-do list. And I'll show that to you. Wait, no, that's in the living room. I can't. It's just an Archer and Olive notebook that I use for that. And that I don't decorate it. It's just a running list. I used to use my planner for running lists, but lately I was getting really out of control, overwhelmed. So I decided to use like a notebook just for that purpose. And I keep that around. So what I've been doing is transferring the stuff from that I think I can get done this week over to here, instead of trying to keep it all on my weekly pages, because I just have too much stuff to do that. Up here we can maybe get like a priority sticker or to-do list or something. Okay, let's just take this important sticker and put it up here. We'll see how much I can get done this week. Usually when I make these after the pen videos, it kind of makes me a little more productive the week that I'm doing it, because then I have to come back in and show you what I've done, and it's embarrassing if I've gotten nothing checked off. So maybe that will help me. I don't know. So I'm going to go grab that notebook and I'm going to fill out these off camera and I'll come right back. Okay, so a lot of these are appointments that I have to make. So I kind of cheated by picking really easy tasks so I can bang those out really quickly. And then I will feel more productive when I can check things off my to-do list. Obviously, there's other stuff I have to do, but these are the most important things this week. I have this space here open from yesterday, so I'm going to do some journaling there. I'm going to take this pen and put a line here, and I'll just title it like my day or something like that. I know this is a little bit bright. We're definitely going to have to put some more yellow throughout so that it balances out the brightness. I have this to-do box here for today, so I am going to write something about making appointments, and I'm going to just do all of these appointments today. It doesn't take very long. So if you have appointments on your to-do list that you've been transferring week to week, and of course, if you're not like me, that must sound so crazy to you. Like, why can't she just make an appointment when she thinks of it? It's because of my challenges that I have. So sometimes even a 2-minute thing that I have to do seems like I just can't do it right now. And I don't know why that is. I'm not afraid to do these things. It's just how my brain works. Anyway, if you're like me and your brain works in the same way, then I challenge you to make an appointment today. If you have appointments to make, just make one appointment today, okay? Let me know in the comments which appointment you made today, unless it's private. Don't tell me that. But if you made an appointment, just let me know, because we can support each other. We can all do these tasks together so that we feel like, I don't know, we're more productive. I don't know. All I know is that if it's challenging for me, there must be other people that feel this way too. And if so, and if you're putting something small off, just do one thing today. Okay. Right here, I'm going to write, like I said, my day. I guess I'll just do the same thing as there. Okay, so I'm going to write make appointments here. Let's do it in this, I guess. Actually, we need to balance out this small writing, so let's do it in the smaller writing. Okay, that's all I'm going to do today, and I'm going to come back tomorrow and do a little bit more. I'm not going to fill out today just yet because there's no point. I can put a gratitude list somewhere on here, though, and I'm going to just write gratitudes so that I remember to do it. I think I'll do it maybe here. So let's use the green. I'm actually going to let that dry and I will write it after this video, but I will be back tomorrow and we'll do some more. Hey, it's Wednesday. and Bumble's barking, so this is going to be super quick for today. I don't want to make you guys listen to barking. So today I went to the gym, and I also went out to lunch with my gym friends for Mexican. So we are going to write that in, and let's find the pens because I said I keep them out and now I can't find them. Okay, here are my pens. This is what we're dealing with. I'm going to write lunch in here. I think I will use this one. I'm going to do a little journaling up here about how my gym session went because the rest of the day really nothing else was going on. I was just working. I'm going to use this pen up here to do the same thing as I did there. Except this time I'll write something about the gym at the top as a header. So yesterday, nothing else really happened. My boyfriend stayed over and we did a puzzle and we had chicken for dinner. I'll probably just write that down here, or actually maybe up here, because this one says important. I'm like, what should I write in that? Maybe I'll give myself some sort of like motivational reminder in there. Let's grab more stickers from 𝘮𝘮 to go here. How about these little coffee cups? These fill that gap nicely. Sorry about the barking. Oh my gosh. Okay, I don't want to keep you guys while she's barking, so I'm going to fill this part out off camera, and I'll come back like either tomorrow or the next day and do some more with you. It is quiet right now. It's quiet. The pets are sleeping. The kitchen renovations are not happening, so I thought I'd come on here and write a little bit in my planner. Didn't do much last night, so I'm going to leave this day alone, but over here we can, I'm not expecting to be doing a lot today. So I'm going to be babysitting Levi, I'm working, and that's really about it. I might go to Daryl's house tonight, I don't know yet, but for now, there's not a whole lot to write here. So I thought I'd do a little bit of journaling. I might journal here about, actually maybe not here. And the reason I'm saying this is I'm looking at, so here's what I do. It's kind of hard to explain because I do this like without thinking about it. If I have two areas with lines here and I have like two lists or I wrote a lot here, in order to make it look balanced at the end of the week, and again, this does not have to be a thing you even think about, but if you're someone who really likes a really pretty after the pen spread, I like to sort of balance the busyness of it, if that makes sense. So like if I did journaling here, which I can, you're going to have a lot of writing here and not a lot of color, unless I use like bigger letters or use a pen or something with stripes or whatever. But if I do it here, and I know there's not as much room here, but I don't know that I have a whole lot to write, then you're going to get some smaller writing in here and then some bigger writing down here or some stickers, and it's going to sort of balance out the busyness of it. Does that make sense? Again, it's not something that you need to even worry about, but if you're like me and you're sort of particular, those are the kinds of things I do when I'm filling out my spread. I'm going to check off a couple of things I did first. And I don't mean checking it off, I'm crossing it off, and check off looks cleaner, but these really aren't good, things to check off. I could check it on that side, but this one too. So I have been doing some things, yay me. So yeah, I'll journal a little bit here about my kitchen renovation. Here I want to write Halloween decorations or pumpkins or something. I need to buy pumpkins and I need to bring out my Halloween decorations and put those up. So I think I'm going to write buy pumpkins here because I keep forgetting about it. And if I wait too long, the place I go to get the pumpkins is going to be picked over. So I really need to do that like this weekend. So I'm going to write that in. And of course, like I may not see this later and I'll forget anyway, but maybe I'll remember. We'll see. I'm going to take this, not this one. Whoa, I meant this yellow one. And just make a line and I'll write pumpkins over it. I'm going to go over this with the thicker pen instead. Okay, so here I'm going to journal a little bit. Actually, I'm going to wait for that to dry. Up here is going to be where I'll journal a little bit about what I did when I babysat Levi today. And then down here, I am watching a new show. I'm watching Love is Blind. I think it's season 9. Gosh, I don't even know what season it is. I'm going to have to look that up. But I started watching that last night. So down here, I will write watching. And let's see, what color should I use? I'm thinking brown or this one, something a little bit neutral. Love is Blind is such a mindless, dumb show that I don't really need to be watching. You know what I mean? I sort of put it on in the background when I'm doing other things. And it's just, it's something entertaining. It's kind of like brain rot. It's not the best show, but I find it kind of interesting. Let me know in the comments if you watch that too. I'm going to write in season, and then after this video, I'm going to look it up and hopefully remember to do that and write in the number. I think it's 9. Let's write pumpkins here. And maybe I draw a pumpkin right here. Maybe I do the journaling about the kitchen this way. Sometimes I do things vertically. However, I can always journal about it over here because I'm going to have room on the weekend. This is not a busy week, like I said. So why don't we do that? We'll switch it to journaling over here somewhere, either on these lines or here. That way I can draw a pumpkin here. I can have some room for like coffee cups or something like that. I still don't know what I'm going to write in important, but I'll figure it out. It's going to be really bright on my page, so I'm going to have to balance it out some other way. Right now, that looks really weird. It kind of looks like a really fat peanut, but it's going to look like a pumpkin in a minute. That looks weird. I thought it was going to look like curlies, and it looks kind of odd, but we'll let that dry, and then we're going to put maybe some of this on top of it. Actually, let's do it while it's wet. See what happens. I mean, good enough. I might outline it. I might not. Let's look at this sticker book and see if we can fill up this space, because I don't think I'm going to need that. I'm going to leave this space down here like open in case anything happens today or I do anything tonight. But for now, let's just look for something to go there. Again, you can write vertically. I do that sometimes. Like, I'll just turn the page and I'll just do it that way. That's the beauty of Happy Planner. When these pages are out of the Happy Planner, any disc-bound planner really, when the pages are out of the planner, it's just much easier to twist and turn and like write however you want. Let's do an iced coffee. I do want to bring some more pink in because I don't have any pink in these stickers, like I said before. I think I said that before. These after the pen videos, I just want to say sometimes I might repeat myself in them, and that's because I'm filming a little bit each day, and I don't remember day to day what I already told you before. So yeah, that's another reason why these videos are a little bit harder to make, because like I just repeat myself and I don't know when I talk what I said. So if I do repeat myself, I'm sorry. That's just how it goes. Let's put in maybe some of these little hearts up here. And then there's really no rules to filling up and you don't have to fill up this either, by the way. You don't have to fill up any, you know, it's your planner. It's your rules. Do what you want. I am certainly like live and let live kind of person. You know, whatever makes you happy is what you should do. And filling up little spaces makes me happy. I never understood how people, you know, some people judge. Oh, maybe I take one of these actually and cut off the important. Yeah, I never understood how some people judge other people for art they create or for how they use their planner or for calling a like an art journal or a collage journal a junk journal or anything like that, because you know at the end of the day, it's something that makes us happy. So why are we judging others for the way we do things like that? Like, can we just enjoy the process of creating, you know? And I'm like that with pretty much everything in life. Like, live and let live, you know? I just want everybody to be happy and enjoy their lives. Okay, that's all I'm going to do today. Like I said, I'm going to leave some room. What else? Ooh, actually, I did get a new phone case today. I wonder if I should take up the space down here and write it, because I still have this, right? Okay, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to separate this block out into 2 ideas. The first one's going to be about watching Love is Blind. The second one is going to be about my new phone case that I got. And the reason I'm excited about a new phone case is because I'm getting an iPhone 17. Yes. Did I talk about it in this video? I really don't know yet. If so, I apologize. The reason I'm getting it, and I'm like a die-hard, keep your phone until it dies kind of person, but once in a while, if there's really good camera upgrades, I will upgrade, you know, a little bit earlier. It's not early because I have an iPhone 13 Pro that I'm filming this on right now. And by the end of October, you're going to see a change in my videos. I hope a little bit of a change maybe, because I'm going to be filming on an iPhone 17. And the reason I'm buying it is for my business, because I pretty much do everything on this phone for my business. I use it constantly. So it makes sense for me to upgrade. There are some new camera features that look really cool. So anyway, I'm excited about my phone case because I'm excited about my phone. I ordered a Ksly case and I've never ordered from them before. This is not sponsored. I have no idea if I'm going to like it or not. I'll let you guys know. So since I'm using this block for 2 separate ideas, the Love is Blind and the phone case, I can do a couple of things. I could just keep going, but I like to separate it out a little bit. I could use a pen to do like a dashed line or just a line across, or a couple of pens like that. I could use washi tape. So I do all of these things once in a while. I could use washi tape to separate it. I think this time though, I'm going to be using a box sticker. So this one will fit in here. Just barely though, actually. Maybe I'm not going to do that. That looks a little tight, right? So we are going to look for some other sticker, and if I can't find one, I'll do that other idea, or one of those ideas. Ooh, before I do that though, let's take this Coffee First sticker out, because we can put it in the sidebar over here. I'm going to white out note because nobody has time for that. If you know, you know. Coffee First. This is kind of big. It's going to go into Monday a little, but I don't really care, you guys. I don't care. I'm probably going to separate out the sidebar too and put like a little strip sticker right there to cover up that white out. So let's look for a strip sticker to maybe use here and over here. I don't want one with a quote though. I just want a patterned one. I thought there were some, but maybe there's not. In a pinch, you can always use these too as like a, you know, separator. There's these are cute. This one, I'll use the yellow one. Yeah, I think it'll work. Let's see, how many cups can I get there? I could cover that up. Maybe I should, because I already did it. But I like to leave things that I've done because it looks like I was productive. But I think it'll look better covering that. So, because that one didn't have a bullet point. And we are going to go over to this side and use this other sticker here. I think that'll make it look kind of cohesive. And then maybe we'll take, actually, I don't have any more of these, so that won't work, but that's okay. So we'll put this down. I'll cut it sort of right before the edge so that we can take that off. Okay. So that's that. We have these 2 little coffee cups we can use in little places. I'm going to keep them on the side of my desk in case I need them. I'm going to write Happy Mail from Ksly. Let me know if you've used Ksly and what you think of them, because I'd be interested to know if I'm getting a good phone case or a bad phone case. I'm actually getting 2. There's one coming later. Okay. That's all I'm going to do today. I'll be back tomorrow and we'll do more, or I'll either tomorrow or the next day. Hi, it's actually Monday the 6th, and I'm just getting around to finishing this up. Sometimes that happens. what can I say? I think it's just real life, and we're not all in our planners 100% of the time, but I do want to fill this out because I think it's important to keep a record of what I did. I like a filled out planner. I don't have much else to write on Thursday. Let's see. Daryl did work on the kitchen, just finishing some touch-ups, so I'll write that in here. I think I just used the wrong pen. I'm pretty sure I was using 𝘠𝘬 and I grabbed another pen. It doesn't really matter though. Friday was a pretty quiet day. I just worked. I went to the gym and I went to CVS to pick up my prescription. So really that's about it. I'm gonna write that I picked up my prescription. It's kind of silly, but I did. All right, CVS. I started watching a show called My Life with the Walter Boys. I like teen dramas, you guys, but this show is kind of boring. I don't know. I don't love this one. And also there are tons of horses and Bumble barks at animals on TV every time. And so after a while, I can't watch that many episodes because it grates on my nerves that she's barking so much. But it's just an easy show to watch, like when I'm doing other things, because you don't have to follow so closely. And I like shows like that once in a while, so I'm going to write that in. Let's actually use this, and I'll write watching right there. Okay, I'm going to fill out this part and this part, probably with stickers, but let's move on to the weekend. It was a pretty quiet weekend. I did not do much on Saturday. I did a lot of chores around the house and things that needed to be done that I've been putting off. And then I went to Daryl's house after that. I did also put up my Halloween decorations, and I went to the bank, and I went to Target. Let's write errands down here. Gotta give myself credit for doing something, right? I'm gonna outline that when that's dry. And then I'll just write my errands. Actually, let's use the thicker pen. I don't know if this is the same pen I was using. I'm thinking it's not. It is not. It's not the 𝘏𝘗. You can tell because it's not as like dark as that. Okay, I'm gonna do something different and write down what I was listening to on Saturday because I started listening to Taylor Swift's new album, The Life of a Showgirl. I know it's been getting like some bad reviews. I actually really like it. There's a lot of good like bops on there, you know? Some very catchy tunes. I don't know if it's as good as her other stuff, but I like it well enough. So I'll write that in. I'll write that here, I guess, because I don't have much to write on Saturday. But first, let's write that I put up Halloween decorations over here. I made a line here, and I'm going to write, this is basically going to be what I did during the day. So I guess I'll just write my day like I did over on Monday. Sunday night, I had my friend Mybrit over, so I'm going to write it here. She just came over for a glass of wine, and I made a little charcuterie board. And the weather was beautiful on Sunday, so I'll write that in. Actually, the whole weekend was beautiful, but I need to fill up this space. I don't really have anything else to write in these spaces. I could just leave it as is, but I like it to look really cute at the end, so I'm going to put in some more stickers. So let's grab that same sticker book and just throw some stickers in there to be cute. I have this one. It's a little too pink for here because there's like red and red, so I'm going to put this one maybe up here somewhere. I don't know. I could put across 2 days, I guess. I'm doing it. Crazy, I know. Crazy planner. Put in a couple more of these coffee cups. Maybe I'll put one right here. Up here, there's this weird space. I might just do some sort of like line or something. Even just like a little dashed line to separate the ideas. Over here, I put in some little stars, so I could do that up here. Stars and hearts are kind of my go-to for just filling random areas when it needs something. And it's so dumb, but like at the end, you don't really notice it. But then when you see it, it looks all filled out, if that makes sense. So yeah, I do that a lot actually, or like polka dots or something. And I'm looking for one thing for there. I know it's silly, but I like to do it. I like to do it. This says rest and relax, and it is Sunday, so We can put that in there. I know there's green right next to like green, but it's not too bad. Okay. Oh, over here, we're done except for this area here. Let's take this. It says happiness is this. And then maybe something little underneath. Let's take this one. It says it's on, time to make the magic happen. And we'll cut off it's on because it's a little long for the sidebar. And we'll just use time to make the magic happen. We'll just put it right down there because that's like the beginning of the week, right? Good enough. I'm calling it a spread. I could always go back and color these in at the top and make it fun or something, but I think I'm done. I actually never named this one. I like to give my spreads titles, so I'm going to call this one Caffeine and Confidence. Okay, if you like this kind of content, I would appreciate it if you'd subscribe to my channel. I am trying to get to 100,000 followers, and it means a lot to me, so thank you for that. And yeah, I try to put out these kinds of videos at least once a month because I know it's important to you guys to see how I actually use my planner. So I hope this was helpful. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of this spread. I think it turned out really cute. And here's Wallace to say goodbye. Come here, Wallace. There he is. There's my boy. He seems to really love being on the desk these days, like a whole lot. All right. I hope you guys have a great day and a wonderful week, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.